In the vast expanse of the cosmos, are we alone? This question has been at the forefront of human curiosity for ages, a riddle that draws us into the mystery of the unknown, the unexplored, and the unimaginable. As we gaze at the twinkling stars and distant galaxies, we can't help but wonder if there are other intelligent beings out there, looking back at us from across the cosmic void. Today, we delve into a topic that has captured the world's imagination and stirred debates among scientists, philosophers, and ordinary folks alike: the enigma of alien encounters. From the dawn of civilization, humans have reported inexplicable phenomena, strange sightings and encounters that defy our understanding of the natural world. Could these be evidence of extraterrestrial life reaching out to us? Or are they merely figments of our collective imagination, fueled by our innate desire to feel less alone in this vast universe? The concept of extraterrestrial life is not new. Ancient cultures from around the globe have left behind intriguing artifacts and tales that hint at visitors from the stars. From the mysterious Nazca lines of Peru to the enigmatic Egyptian pyramids, hints of otherworldly influence can be found if one knows where to look. In recent times, reports of sightings and encounters have become more frequent and more detailed, thanks to advances in technology and communication. These accounts range from sightings of unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, to more direct encounters where people claim to have been in close contact with alien beings. Today, we are on a quest to uncover the top 10 reported alien encounters in human history. These are accounts that have stood the test of time, sparked intense investigations, and continue to baffle experts. They are stories that challenge our perception of reality and force us to question our place in the universe. As we embark on this journey, let's keep an open mind. After all, in the words of the great physicist and cosmologist Stephen Hawking, the universe is not only queerer than we suppose, but queerer than we can suppose. Let us journey back in time to uncover the top 10 reported alien encounters. Our chronicle begins in the summer of 1947, in Roswell, New Mexico. In the midst of the hot desert, a local rancher stumbled upon an unusual sight: debris scattered across his land. Among the wreckage, he found materials he could not identify, sparking rumors of a crashed, unidentified flying object. The U.S. military quickly swooped in, cordoning off the area and recovering the debris. They initially identified the wreckage as a crashed weather balloon, but the public wasn't convinced. Rumors swirled about recovered alien bodies and advanced technology hidden away in secret military bases. Over the years, multiple witnesses have come forward, claiming to have seen the strange debris or alleged alien bodies. Despite the military's insistence on the weather balloon explanation, the mystery has only deepened, with many still believing that Roswell was the site of an extraterrestrial crash landing. Despite official denials, the Roswell incident has fueled decades of speculation and intrigue. Fast forward to 1961, where a couple in rural New Hampshire would report an encounter of a very different kind. This is the story of Barney and Betty Hill, an ordinary couple who claimed to have experienced the extraordinary. While driving home one night, they spotted a strange light in the sky. Intrigued, they stopped to investigate, only to be confronted by a craft of unknown origin. The Hills described being taken aboard the craft, where they were examined by beings that were not of this world. They spoke of detailed physical examinations, communication through telepathy, and a level of technology far beyond anything known at the time. After the encounter, they found themselves back in their car, with no memory of several hours. Following a series of dreams and hypnosis sessions, the couple pieced together their experience, which would become the first widely publicized report of an alien abduction. The Hill Abduction remains one of the most famous reported alien encounters to this day. In 1973, two fishermen in Mississippi would have an encounter that would leave them terrified. On a typical October evening, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker were fishing along the Pascagoula River when they were suddenly confronted by an unusual sight. They reported seeing an oval-shaped craft, emitting a bluish light, hovering above the water. Before they could make sense of the situation, they were allegedly levitated into the craft by unseen forces. Inside, they claimed to have been examined by humanoid creatures with wrinkled skin and claw-like hands. The ordeal lasted for what seemed like an eternity, but in reality it was only a few minutes. This encounter, known as the Pascagoula Abduction, sent shockwaves through the local community and the world at large. The credibility of the witnesses, especially Hickson, who was a well-respected figure in his community, added weight to the story. The Pascagoula Abduction is remembered for its chilling details and the credibility of its witnesses. Across the globe in 1994, a group of schoolchildren in Zimbabwe reported an encounter that would shock the world. On a sunny morning in September during recess at Ariel School in Ruwa, a quiet suburb of Harare, something extraordinary happened. 62 children aged between 6 and 12 claimed to have witnessed a UFO and extraterrestrial beings. The children, diverse in backgrounds and ethnicities, shared a remarkably consistent story. They reported seeing a silver saucer-shaped object and beings with large eyes and long black hair. There were no adults present during this encounter, but the children's accounts were so detailed and consistent that it was hard to dismiss their stories as mere fantasy. This event was extensively researched by Harvard psychiatrist Dr. John Mack, who concluded that the children were not making this up and were genuinely reporting what they had experienced. The Zimbabwe school encounter remains one of the most well-documented cases of a mass UFO sighting. As we continue our journey, we delve into 5 more unforgettable encounters. Each of these incidents is marked by their distinct peculiarities, yet all share a common thread: the possibility of extraterrestrial interaction. So, let's dive into these intriguing encounters. Our first stop is the Phoenix Lights sighting in 1997. This was no ordinary sighting. It was a mass UFO sighting that was witnessed by thousands of people across the state of Arizona. On the night of March 13th, a series of bright orbs were seen, forming a V shape and moving silently across the sky. The military chalked it up to flares dropped during a training exercise, but many witnesses begged to differ. The precision and the silence of the object still raise questions, making the Phoenix Lights an encounter that's hard to forget. Now let's fast forward to 2006. A busy day at the Chicago O'Hare Airport took an unexpected turn when a saucer-shaped object was seen hovering over Gate C-17. This metallic, disc-shaped object hovered for several minutes before shooting straight up into the sky, cutting a hole through the clouds. The Federal Aviation Administration dismissed it as a weather phenomenon, but the numerous witnesses, including pilots and airport staff, have a different story to tell. Next, we travel back in time to 1980, to the Rendlesham Forest Incident in England. This is often referred to as Britain's Roswell. Over a series of 3 nights, U.S. Air Force personnel stationed at RAF Bentwaters reported seeing strange lights in a triangular craft in the forest. Some even claimed to have touched the craft. Despite the Ministry of Defense's conclusion that the incident posed no threat to national security, the detailed accounts from military personnel make this encounter a compelling one. Our fourth encounter takes us to Belgium, between 1989 and 1990. Over several months, thousands of people reported seeing large, silent black triangles flying low and slow over cities and highways. The Belgian Air Force even scrambled F-16s in response, but the craft outmaneuvered them with ease. The Belgian UFO wave remains one of the most well-documented UFO sightings in history, with a wealth of witness testimonies and radar evidence that is yet to be fully explained. Finally, we turn our attention to the Tic Tac UFO incident in 2004. This encounter was brought to light by a former U.S. Navy pilot who reported an unusual sighting during a training mission off the coast of Southern California. The pilot described the object as a white elongated tic-tac-shaped craft, exhibiting extraordinary speed and maneuverability. The Department of Defense confirmed the authenticity of the video footage of the incident, sparking renewed interest and debate in the UFO phenomenon. Each of these encounters adds another piece to the puzzle of our possible interaction with extraterrestrial life. They challenge our understanding of the world and the universe at large, urging us to keep an open mind and continue our pursuit of the unknown. These stories, these unforgettable encounters, serve as a reminder that we may not be alone in this vast cosmos. So, as we look up at the night sky, we can't help but wonder, who else might be out there, looking back at us? As we conclude our journey, we are left with more questions than answers. The enigma of extraterrestrial life continues to baffle, intrigue, and captivate us. These reported encounters act as breadcrumbs leading us down a path of cosmic curiosity, a path that seems to have no end in sight. The Roswell Incident, the Hill and Pascagoula Abductions, the Zimbabwe school encounter, and countless other incidents form a compelling narrative of potential alien encounters. Each account, each testimony, each piece of evidence adds another layer to this ever-evolving mystery. Every whisper of an unidentified flying object, every trace of an unexplained phenomenon, fuels our collective imagination and our quest for understanding. These encounters have had a profound impact on our society. They've permeated our culture, our media, our discussions. They've sparked debates among scientists, enthusiasts, skeptics, and the merely curious. They've led to countless books, films, and documentaries, all trying to shed light on the unknown. And yet, despite all our efforts, the truth remains elusive. Are we alone in the universe? Have we truly been visited by otherworldly beings? Or are these encounters merely misinterpretations, hoaxes, or the products of overactive imaginations? The speculation and interest surrounding these encounters show no signs of waning. If anything, they've grown stronger over the years. The advent of new technology and the continued exploration of space have only added fuel to the fire. The question of alien life continues to be one of the most captivating mysteries of our time. In the grand scheme of things, these encounters serve as a humbling reminder of our place in the universe. They challenge our perceptions, test our beliefs, and push the boundaries of our understanding. They force us to confront the possibility of the unknown, the unexplained, the extraordinary. In the grand tapestry of the cosmos, these encounters remind us that we may not be alone,